What is going on, Wade here? Today we're going to go over chess notation. So today we're going to go over notation and how to record moves on the board. So let's get rid of these. And let's look at the board in the beginning. Most chessboards come with a grid on them explaining where the squares are. So you've got the first rank, second rank, third rank, fourth rank, and so on. You've got the A file, B file, C file. White always starts on the first rank and black always starts on the 8th rank. Now, not all boards have this, mine does not, but I'm going to put the numbers on the screen for you. The purpose of recording the game is when you're playing in a tournament, you can actually write down your moves. Sometimes you're required to, sometimes you don't have to. So it's important to know how to do it. It's also good to get familiar with the squares because a lot of tutorials go over. It's also good to get familiar with the squares because a lot of tutorials go over the notation, announcing knight to b3, bishop to a5, and so on. So it's good to be familiar with where those squares are. Just to recap real quick, a1, h1, a8, h8. Now, when the games are recorded online, they'll normally be recorded in a fashion similar to what I've done here. This is a game that I played yesterday where I wrote down all the moves. When writing down the moves, we start with the piece first, followed by the square it moves to. So if we've got a queen, and we want the queen to go to g1, we write q, g1. If we have the king going to e4, we write king, e4. If we have the knight going to c3, then instead of writing k c3 for knight, we write n c3. When capturing a piece, we can either write nxq, x for capture, or n x f3. That's up to you how you want to write that down. For those of you familiar with en passant, when they play the pawn forward twice and you play en passant, you can write ep for en passant. When capturing pawns, you can either write the square capturing the square, so this one would be d takes e. If white was to move, it would be e takes d, so exd. When castling, we write 0, 0 for kingside castle. For queenside castle, we write 0, 0, 0. If we have two pieces that can go to the same square, say they both want to go to d4 here, we're going to write the rank. So rook 8, d4, or rook 1, d4. If they're on the same rank, then this time we're going to write the file. So again, going to d4, rook a, d4, or rook h, d4. And that is pretty much notation. Now let's quickly go over the game that I played yesterday, and we're going to use the notation to do the moves. So we've got e4, c5, knight f3, d6, d4, c takes d, n takes d, nf6, knight c3, g6, bishop e3, bishop g6, f3, castles, and then g4. Knight c6, queen d2, knight takes knight, bishop takes knight, queen a5, and white long castles. We'll stop there, but you get the idea. So if you want to play games and learn how to do this, I would recommend two things. One, you could go to Lichess. I'll leave a link in the description below on a trainer in there so that you can get used to the squares. Or two, just do what I did and actually write down the moves during a game. I would recommend a very slow game for this one, maybe one where you're playing against a friend without a timer, or a longer game on chess.com. Good luck with it all. Let me know how you go, and see you in the next video.